Hey everyone, Shannon Kinney here. I'm the founder and client success officer here at Dream Local Digital. And I have a lot to cover and unpack in today's video. We're going to cover navigating the ever-changing landscape of social media, a business owner's guide to investing wisely. This is because I have received so many requests for interviews and questions around how has social media evolved over the past decade and a half that I've had Dream Local Digital. We've been on the cutting edge of social our entire history, and it has changed a lot. But it's hard for a business owner to know where to invest your time and your budget. So, first, let's talk quickly about the evolution of social media. Like, how is it different? There's several trends that are driving this, and one of them is the biggest one that's affected my business, and it is the presence versus conversions. It used to be that you were doing all you needed to do just by keeping your Facebook page or your Instagram page vibrant and updated. Now, businesses want to see return on investment. They want to see leads, phone calls. They don't just want to see posts or even audience growth. They want to see conversions to revenue. Influencer marketing is a tremendous trend that's happened and continues to evolve. We love working with smaller influencers to really help expose our clients to new audiences. There's a lot there to unpack. If it's something that you're interested in, definitely let us know and read more about it in the blog post accompanying this video. Algorithms have evolved a ton. They're on every single social channel that there is. The only one that's really hard to sort of understand or unpack is TikTok because they don't reveal their algorithm, whereas all of the other ones, we can help you understand how to show up properly on those channels. But the point is, you should be where your audience is, and you need to know what the algorithms are and how to work them to your advantage on the channels that you participate in. Visual content has become even more important. And I talk about that a little bit in the blog post more fully. You know, the human brain can process an image or a video 60,000 times faster than text. As a result, people really respond to visuals in your marketing. You want short form video, you want a lot of great images, a little bit of both in what you're doing, and know that it doesn't have to be highly professional. You could be recording it with your phone, or you could be recording it with Zoom like I am right now. There's a lot of different ways for you to get the content that you need, but you need visuals. Stories and reels are part of that experience, and part of how you share your story visually, using short form video. And video, for all of the same reasons of visuals, is a critical part of your experience. And even if you're shy about video and you don't want your face on video, capture your customers, capture your team out in the field, capture your service or tool being used or bought. It doesn't always have to be just you. And then we have a real shift to authenticity. And this is something that I actually love about how social media has evolved. Like, people really want to know, like, and trust you if they're going to do business with you. And the only way to make that work is if you're real. Don't talk formally if you're not formal. Don't be too like kitschy if you're formal. Like, figure out your voice, be authentic, and really think about how can you serve your audience and your customers today. That will help you win on social. And finally, in terms of evolving trends, the importance of data and analytics. You could spend all day long creating content and posting and responding to people. But what you need to do is measure what's working and not working. Every single platform gives you a lot of that data, and what you measure moves. Set some goals for yourself. Are you trying to get more followers? Are you trying to get more email subscribers to click a button? Are you trying to get more traffic to your website? Whatever you're trying to accomplish, measure it in your analytics. Okay, so that was the evolution, and that was a lot. Let's talk a little bit about investing wisely. I always get asked, when do I pay? When do I use organic? Do I have to pay to make all of this work for me? And the answer is mostly no, right? You can create fantastic organic content without using paid services on any of the social channels. But the paid platforms help you reach a broader audience. They help more people see your content. And so for every client we're working with at Dream Local Digital, we're budgeting at least probably $30 a month or so. Small numbers can get big results on most of these platforms. But when it comes to my high growth clients, people who are really trying to grow aggressively, they want to see big numbers, they want to see lots of leads, we are investing a lot more than that in paid. And this is something you can do yourself if you know what you're doing. What I would say is, out of everything with social media, if there is one area that you don't try to go it alone, it's paid advertising. You want to work with an expert who knows how to optimize for the platform, how to see how something's performing and tweak it in midstream and maximize your return on investment. So I've got here in the blog post, I'm going to go over at a high level here in the video, 6 different tips for investing wisely in paid platforms. First one, and this is a common theme in my work, you have to understand your audience and your goals. Unlike traditional media advertising, where you're trying to put an ad in, say, a newspaper to see everybody in a town, when you're on social media and you're using paid, you are paying just to reach specific people. And the smarter you are about who those specific people are, those platforms will reward you by making your advertisement relevant, and more people will see it. So if you are trying to sell trucks to people who like hunting and fishing, then you should be looking at people who are passionate about hunting, fishing, outdoor activities, who are following certain blogs, who are thinking about certain pages. All narrow your audience down, get specific about where, and know what is it you want them to do. Do you want them to go to your website, sign up for your email list, look at a specific product or sale, fill out a lead form? When you're clear about your who and what you want them to do, your advertising will work a lot better. And in many cases on platforms like Facebook and Instagram, it will be less expensive the more you do there. Number 2, consider your resources. Like, what do you have available to put into your advertisements? What are you good at? Are you good at creating the creative or the hook, but you don't really know how to make it all work? That's when somebody like an agency can help you. You want to stay flexible and adaptive. And I say that because there's a lot of times where we create ad creative that we think is fantastic. We put our targeting in, we get the campaign going, and all of a sudden we're like, it's not working. It's not converting at a high enough level for this client. And so we have to stay flexible enough to scrap the whole campaign, tweak the hook or the story or the offer, and be flexible enough that we can adapt to what we're seeing working and not working. You want to really understand when to pay and not to pay on these platforms. When you know your who and you know your goals, then you can learn a little bit more about when it's time to invest some money and when it's time to boost your organic content, and then when it's time to just go straight organic. So the algorithm will tell you a lot. Look at your analytics, see what's working and not working. And when you're a high growth customer and you're really trying to make something move, that's almost always a time that we put some paid behind the campaigns. Make sure that you're measuring and optimizing. Don't be afraid to switch midstream. Don't be afraid to expand or contract your targeting if you're not seeing the results that you're looking for. In many cases, we are optimizing multiple times a month for our high growth clients, and you should be as well. And then finally, balancing resources. This is a question I get a ton. We have our skills builder marketing coach program for businesses that are totally DIY and they like to do it all themselves. But then there's a huge pool of businesses that, while they may like to do some of it themselves, they might not know when or when not to hire help. What I would really say here is it's important that you consider that the biggest area of value that you add to your marketing is your company's voice, your values, your offers that you give to your target audience, and how you serve. The rest of it is really just execution, right? And if you don't understand paid platforms and you're not like a direct partner with Meta or TikTok like we are, it might be a good idea to get a partner there, right? And so the key is for you to focus on your customer relationships, how you can hook them in, like what offers you have to bring them in, and what your story is, and then sometimes use an expert to help you get that story out there to more people. So there's a lot more about this in the blog post that is in the link in this post. And I'll just close by saying, if you're a high growth business and you're trying to figure all of this out, you just want a community of people to share with, to talk with, where you can get ideas about how they're doing things, what's working and not working. That is something that we have. We have a plan called the Strategic Growth Accelerator. It helps you navigate the fast-paced and ever-changing digital marketing landscape. We have a quarterly excellence series that gives you access to experts to learn more. We have the ability for you to network with other like-minded business owners in our community. We have momentum alerts, which are kind of like Google alerts, and tell you quick, concise, actionable bulletins of work that you could do, or changes you could make to your own marketing to make a big difference. And we have one-on-one brainstorming with our coaches and with me. Now, this is about a $500 to $700 value, and it's only $27 a month. If you want to join your community, find your tribe, and really make your marketing sing, I'd love to see you join us in the Strategic Growth Accelerator. And until the next time, I'll see you on the inside.